Hi, it's Terry Gaines. I'm an independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up. In this video, I'm going to share a product that you can earn free during Sale-a-bration, which is August 3rd through September 30th, 2021. Stampin' Up has some beautiful product in this during Sale-a-bration that you can qualify for free with a qualifying order. The product I'm going to share in this video is beautifully penned designer series paper, and it is free with a $50 purchase before shipping and taxes calculated. The paper has 12 by 12 designs or papers in it. There are 3 different double-sided designs, and you're going to receive 4 each of those double-sided prints. And this is a beautifully watercolored paper that with a variety of black tones that you can leave your cards black and white, or you can color this paper in with so many different ways. It does coordinate with the hand-penned bundle and suite that's in the annual catalog, but you can incorporate any of your favorite floral stamp sets or your variety of stamp sets. It is so versatile. Before I start showing some of the techniques and how I colored in the paper, I'm going to share the product that I used on my card samples. I love this new glitter organdy ribbon. It is absolutely beautiful, makes beautiful bows, and it coordinates so well with the opal rounds that are in the annual catalog, and this is in the mini catalog. And you can actually color these with blends and make them so versatile for your projects. I also love this is the the glittered organdy ribbon that is black with these silver speckles in it, and they go so well with the black matte dots along with the rhinestones. So I've used both of those in some of the samples. And as I mentioned, the paper goes well with the hand penned petals, and I've used this in a couple samples. And I also grabbed the art gallery stamp set. You can use any of your floral designs along with the happiest of birthday stamp set. So as you see these samples that I'm sharing, you're going to see those products throughout the samples. I also am going to use a card sketch. I have an Inking of You card sketch number 9 that I use for all of these card designs, which is so versatile. Card sketches are a great inspiration for your card making, and all the designer series paper is cut at 3 by 5 1/4, which means you can get 8 per sheet or 96 per packet. So you get such a great opportunity for your card designs with this paper. And also with the card sketches, the decorative image can be any size or shape. You can modify the layer sizes. You can add as many layers as you want. And the card base that I'm referencing here is 5 1/2 by 8 1/2 scored at 4 1/4 and folded, or 4 1/4 by 11 scored at 5 1/2 and folded. So I use card sketch number 9 for all of these designs. As I mentioned, you can leave the paper as it is and make a beautiful black and white tone card, or you can add a pop of color with your favorite floral stamp set, or you can stamp on the paper with your favorite stamp set, or you can add color to it with the coordinating hand penned stamp set. And here I've used the dies that coordinate and the stamp set. As you can see, here's where I added the black mattes dies onto this along with that glitter paper. So those are some quick ways to add color. I have some other techniques I want to share with you, so I'm just going to set these aside. For this card, I used the black and white portion of the paper, and what I did was I ran that paper through a 3D folder, and you can use any of your 3D folders. I absolutely love this one and the design it makes on the paper. So then what I did was I took that paper, and I'm going to just bring a few supplies in here, and I had the 3D image side coming up. You can use any of your favorite colors. I'm using Poppy Parade, and take a clear stamp pad or clear clear block. And my videos are unedited. They always contain bloopers, misspoken words, but hopefully you can follow along with the visual on what I'm referring to when I have a blooper in my video. So tap your ink on your clear block and then go across the image, and the color will just adhere to that top layer. And you can continue until you have as much color and as dark of the color that you want to add on there. And then you have just that pop of color. It was a great way to add color to that designer series paper. And as I mentioned, you can use any of your 3D folders on that. So that's the technique I did for this. You can color in your cards with blends, and this is just a variety of different blend colors here. The Stampin' Blends are great for coloring in. And my inspiration was from a commercial, a dress that Kelly was wearing for my color choices. So you can get your inspiration for your cards in many different ways. This card is also colored in with blends, which is using the Balmy Blue, which is the same color cardstock. And then I fussy cut that same image. And then I added the opal pearls in there and that beautiful ribbon. What you could also do is do a reverse on that. So in this case, I wanted to color the background. And how I did that was I used these Post-it notes, and they are a full stick Post-it note. And so the whole piece of Post-it note has stickiness on it. And I took 4 of these sheets. And then I took the designer series paper and I just cut around that. And the Tombow multi-purpose glue that we sell in our catalog, if you were to apply this to your back of your paper and let it dry, it becomes tacky like a Post-it note. So what I did is I attached that to the top of the Post-it note. The stickiness is down here. And I cut out all of these layers at the same time. What that allowed me to get is a Post-it or a cutout image with the stickiness on the back and 4 other images. That allowed me to cover up all of these images with the Post-it notes and that one on the top. Take my Stampin' Blend or my blending brush, tap it into my ink pad, and then add color to my project. So start up where you have your pieces up here, and once you add the appropriate color choice that you want, then move them down as you fill in your color. And that's how I did that technique, and it is a little bit more work, but look how beautiful that comes out. I did the same thing for this one, added little rhinestones there, and then added the blends to add the green and the yellow. So Granny Apple Green and Daffodil Delight. So that's how I colored in that one here. And this one I didn't take the time to cover all of these. I colored them in with a darker color blend and then took Granny Apple Green and covered everything up. So this one just changes the color a little bit. So you just pick a darker color and you don't have to do this part. Color the flowers in first and then cover everything. So 2 different ways to do that kind of technique. And for this one, these 2, I use the sponge daubers. The sponge daubers, you get 5 in a package. And how I did this one was I took the paper, and my inspiration for this design I'm going to share with you was also from a dress that I saw during the Olympics. And that's how I picked my color choices. And this is 2 different, the same piece of designer series paper, just decorated 2 different ways. And with the Stampin' Blends, I'm going to add a color here that I have. What you do is open up your ink pad, take your sponge dauber. I call these Stampin' Blends, the sponge dauber. Tap your ink in, and what I do is I do a little bit of twist when I put that in, but what you can do is just color it as dark as you want, and it allows you to also that you can turn it on the side to color that in. So the beauty of coloring in images, you can put as much detail into it as you would like. And in this case, I just wanted a pop of color on some of the flowers, and I left some of them white, just like the inspiration on this dress. Also for this image right here, that is a die from the coordinating stamp set. So I also colored that in. Doesn't that die just go so beautifully with that paper? I colored that in with the sponge daubers and the ink. And then what I did for that background piece, what I did is I cut the same die out and then I cut it into quarters. So I went right up the middle between those leaves and then I went this way. I attached part of it behind this way, part of it going up this way, and then I cut this one into quarters, and then I added a little bit back here. That allowed me just get a little bit pop of color of that black behind portions of that. So that's how I did that one. So I know I went pretty quickly through these, but I wanted to give you a little bit of some idea on how I colored in these different card samples. But the beauty of this, you can use any colors, your favorite colors, many stamping techniques. And I know you are going to love this designer series paper as much as I do. If you don't have a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, I would love for you to contact me. If you have any questions, please reach out to your demonstrator. And I hope you find great ways of using the hand or the beautifully penned designer series paper. I would love to have you subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the red box under the video, then click the bell, and you will be notified when I upload on my next YouTube videos. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed creating I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care and happy creating.